Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about the
What's going on, you Golden Stars? Goldn here. I got you guys another video today. This is Q&A Friday. It's supposed to be Q&A Friday. I'm actually recording this on Saturday. I ended up recording this video the first time, and my camera didn't have any memory. So basically, I lost everything that I recorded. So this is the second attempt. Hopefully this one is better than the last one. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Do you ever see Mystic becoming a pro team? And if Mystic dies out, what are your other options? Okay, so to answer this first part of this question, do you ever see Mystic becoming a pro team? Well, I do have hope that my organization can become a professional team, but for those who do follow me on Twitter, please do. The link is always in the description. But the ones that do follow, they already know that Mystic, I'm no longer a part of Mystic. Well, I mean, I am, because I'm a leader of it, but I'm just saying, like, that organization, I'm not on that organization, I'm not playing for that organization anymore. I put that organization away, I left it, and I actually joined an organization called Team Valor. But you guys will hear more about that throughout this Q&A video, because I have some of those questions. And if Mystic dies out, what are your other options? Well, see, I've already made my other option. I wouldn't necessarily say, well, it did, Mystic did kind of die out, but my other option was joining Team Valor, and I'm glad I ended up joining that. So, Good question to start this Q&A off with. Second one. Would you ever team with Scott in the future? Yes, depending on how that roster would go. I talked about this one in the last time I recorded this. It just depends. You guys know that I'm teaming with Skills. I mean, upload dub videos with him all the time. But whatever team with him, if the roster was right, because he's an OBJ, and that would mean that I'd have to not be teaming with Lucas or something like that, and that's not something I want to think about in the future. But would I team with Scott in the future? Probably, just depending on how the roster would be. A lot of things he'd have to work on. Do you think that the Scott's Tourney Season 2 League will be successful, and what do you think Scott should do to make it better? Okay, so the Scott League, the Season 2, he did a trial run for the first one, but now he's doing his second one. And do I think it'll be successful? Yes, and this is kind of answering both questions at the same time. What do you think he should do to make it better? I think there should be a prize to make it better and for it to be successful, because in order for you, for a business to get, successful, it has to be referred, right? I mean, one person knowing it is not going to make a business go anywhere, you know what I mean? Like, say I create a business, I want the business to grow, but I'm not telling anybody what my business is. It's never going to grow. So in order for a tourney or a league page, something like that, for it to grow, it has to get referred, right? You want the people that are playing in your league to go tell their friends on that team to go tell another team to come join, and then that's how it becomes successful. In order for it to be successful, for people to want it, it has to offer something. So for it to be successful, it has to have a prize. Good question. I'll move on to the next one. How do you about Mystic going into Season 2 of the league? I don't know, that question's worded a little bit different. The Scott's Tourney League, it says. So Mystic is not going into the league. I'm not going to stay on this question too long. Moving on to the next one. Is the Scott League. So the Scott League is basically, I met a guy on 8s on the Xbox 360 Advanced Warfare, and he wanted to host his own league. Actually, no, I met him on a tournament. It was a Twitter tournament. But I met him, and we became friends, and basically he wanted to start up his own league. I suggested it. He took the idea, and basically we worked on a page together, and I don't know if he's still doing it now, because I'm on Valor and we have our own tournament page and our own league that we're going to be hosting real soon. Details on that later, but basically it's just a league for Advanced Warfare. I don't know if he's still doing it on the 360 or if he's going to do it on the 1, I don't know. But next question. What is the next step for Mystic now that you have no rosters? The next step for Mystic has already been done. So basically, this is what I've been explaining to a lot of people, is that I put Mystic in a chest inside of a closet. So basically it's safe on top of more security. So Mystic it's done for right now. I may go back to that in the future. I don't know. Right now I'm sticking with Valor, and I'm looking at my future with Valor. Mystic is not in my head at this moment. Next question. I'll ask the obvious. What do you think about Nemesis' return? So this is a little old, out of date, but it's still a question that I'm going to use. I really enjoyed it. I was pretty happy. There's a bind that I use, and it's by Scumpy, and he's like, woo, so excited. So I use that bind a lot. I was happy about Nemesis to return. I don't have any beef with that organization or any of the players. I just wish Carter would fucking like me for once, but I really don't care. Well, actually, I do care. Don't get that wrong, Carter, if you're watching this video. I love you, brother, okay? I wish you liked me. Next question. What do you think of Jack's announcement? So basically, Jack's announcement was Nemesis is returning, so that kind of goes back with the last question. Next one. What do you think of Team Valor? Team Valor, okay, I really like this organization. What do I think of it? I think it's a really good opportunity for me to grow. That's all I think about it right now. Is it better to have a team with pure skill or a team that can cooperate and play smoothly? Why? Okay, so I think it's better to have a team that can cooperate and play smoothly because things are going to get better over time. There's something that I seen the other day, and it's a really good thing to live your life by, not just, you know, Call of Duty, but it's a good thing to live your life by. And it said, would you rather have, you know, org members, this thing is like team members, perfect their skill in what they do, or would you rather them experience new challenges and get better at the things that they're not good at? So I would say, you know, if it was me answering, which I did answer it, and I said I'd much rather have, you know, the team members perfect what they're doing. So let's just use a fast food scenario. Would you rather have the fry cook, you know, perfectly cook the burger, make the burger perfect, or would you rather have the fry cook learn new shit and like not even do good at anything that he does? That's how I view that. So good question. I really like that one. Moving on to the next one. If you could go back in time and change one thing in your life, what would it be and why? If I could go back in time, simple as that, I would join Nemesis Nation. I'm not going to look all the way back into the back of my memory and change everything, but if there's one thing I could change, that'd be joining Nemesis Nation. What is the best thing and the worst thing about Team Valor? Could you list some pros and cons? Okay, definitely the best thing about Team Valor that I like is that I'm working with a great group of people. I like the people that we're working with. That's probably the best thing. And the worst thing about that is I wish some of their attitudes were a little bit better. I'm not going to say their names because that's just not fair. That's not respectful. But I wish some of their attitudes were a little bit better and they looked at things differently. Good question, by the way. I really like that one. Favorite childhood memory? Oh man, that's a good question, and you guys might laugh about this answer, but definitely my favorite childhood memory was whenever I got my first Xbox 360. Man, I was in love with that thing, and I'll tell you guys the story because this is kind of important. Basically, this was awesome. If it wasn't for my uncle, I'd never have an Xbox 360, but he always told me when I was a younger kid, when the 360 was out, he'd say, don't worry, I'm going to get you an Xbox 360. Don't worry, I got you, I'll take care of it. So, you know, I always believed in him. You know, I love the guy to death, hands down, you know, one of my favorite uncles. I love the guy. But basically, he was taking the trash to the dump. And we lived way out in the country, no internet, we just had satellite TV, we had Dish Network. He was going to take the dump out one day, and at the dump, there was an Xbox 360. And my uncle is related to one of the people that works there because of his wife. That's his wife's uncle. So, you know, they're related, and my uncle comes home, he says, let's go, we're going to go get you an Xbox 360, and I was like, okay, what do you mean? He's just like, we're going to go get you an Xbox 360, and he said, let's just get rid of the GameCube too and all the games, because you don't play it. So I was like, okay, well, let's do it. So, you know, we get in the car, we go to this guy's house, and he's like, yeah, the Xbox 360 don't work, I don't know why you guys want it, you know, and I was like, Uncle's like, well, we'll trade you guys our GameCube with all the games and all the controllers and everything. And the guy's like, okay, that seems fair. Let me ask my boys. And his boys come in, and they're like, you know, guys, you okay with me getting rid of the Xbox 360? Don't work anyways. And they're like, yeah, why would you want a broken Xbox anyways? And so we're just like, we just want it. We'll take it, and we'll see what we can do with it. If it don't work, then it don't work. You know, that's kind of like what my Uncle Jeff sold them. He was smart at the time by saying that. So we ended up taking it, and, you know, Xbox 360 had a ring of death. You know what we did? We sent that bitch to Microsoft. They fixed it. It came back 2 weeks later, brand freaking new. Okay, it had a 3-month Xbox Live. Your boy Goldn here was like, give give me a minute, boys. I'm going to my dad's house. My dad had internet connection. I probably went to my dad's house the most I've ever been, and I feel like a jerk for using him. But man, your little boy Goldn was grinding Gears of War 2, I tell you. And I was going to my friend's house if I couldn't go to my dad's, right? I'm talking about grinding Xbox 360 when I got it. I was happy, okay? But hands down, probably one of my favorite childhood memories. I really like that question. Thank you so much for asking that. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed kind of like this, the first part of this Q&A video. I'm going to upload the second part on Sunday because this video is a little bit longer. I just now looked at the footage and there's a lot of video. I don't want to upload an extremely long video when I could just cut it in small sections for you guys. It'd be a lot easier to watch this video instead of watching the entire long segment. So just be checking on my channel. I'll have the second part of this uploaded on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching the first part. As always, stay golden and YouTube. Peace out.
Take a deeper breath and give it time. You can walk